Ozu, there is no anything to eat. Hello, ni bag of rice isn't. Hello, la bag of rice tele. Bag of rice 20,000.
Join O꽡ᴏ Akínyẹ̀dé and his co-host Victor Achibong and our in-house analyst Saeed Fouad as they bring to you breaking news and analysis, exclusive interviews, engaging debates, public interaction, election coverage, and all political conversations. Straight 120 minutes of live, unfiltered, and unapologetic political conversations.
At some point, we must ask ourselves that what has caused us to be in this present state? Is it because Nigerians are not talking enough?
Every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
To 4 tanker explosions in Nigeria. Guess what? Twice of that number have perished in to scoop fuel from overturned tankers. Ask yourself, is it worth the risk? Diesel, kerosene, and gas are high. Whenever you see an overturned tanker of people attempting for your loved ones who depend on you, then
it's from mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
We're about to take it back. The big top. Jolene. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way. What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back wave with Rio on mainland 98.3 FM, sound of Lagos.
A very good afternoon to you. Welcome for the next one and what you would regularly read beyond the surface. We give you all of the elements you need to know about the news or whatever story we choose to focus on the show. I would always also some of the complex issues that we get to bring on the table every Wednesday 1 to 3 p.m. on your super dial mainland 98.3 FM. Once again, you're welcome. Big day today. First off, let me turn to the final of the Women African Cup of Nations. Remember, they've won 9 of the 11 editions. Of course, and then they knocked out the defending champion, the Banyana of South Africa yesterday. Sweet victory, you must say. So while the 2023 Labour Party governorship candidate, Casablanca, Morocco. So you're welcome once again. Thank you so much for always finding time to be with us on the show. I'm super excited and I hope you are as well. My name is O꽡ᴏ Akínyẹ̀dé. We have so much to talk about on the show today, but we'll make a quick stop across 2 states. First is going to be Edo State, and then we'll also come to Osun State. DC, the endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second term by the PDP caucus in Osun State. A statement or a memo that was released, after the caucus meeting of the PDP, and they said they're endorsing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The governor has insisted that he's remaining in the PDP, is not decamping to the APC. I remember on Wednesday last week, while we were on the show, rumors broke that no, the PDP gave me my mandate, and Osun people love me. And then the PDP is the most popular party in Osun State. Is the party to be Minister of Interior, former Commissioner for Works in Lagos, Ogbeni Rauf Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá, is the National Secretary of the new coalition platform, the ADC. That's the African Democratic Congress. So, I mean, he's also, proving that he's got the numbers in the states. He's coming to say that, hey, the APC lost the election because I fell out with the seen large congregation of people just to sell the ADC agenda. So maybe the opposition in Osun State is not state. We'll have one in September in Nigeria, in 2025, which is going to be an Anambra to endorse the second term agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it's a twist, but that is going to be for 2025. But for 2026, it's going to be Osun and Ekiti. Ekiti on his side looks to me like found his way to bring some sanity in codes to all of the opposition parties in the state. Remember, less than a year into his administration, the former governor of the state, that's His Excellency Kayode Fayemi, former governor of the state at some point, two-term governor, that's Ayodele Peter Fayose, all of them have endorsed the current governor for a second term, even when he had not leaders in the state. The Afe Babalolas of this world, he's been reaching out to them. The Ewe of Ado Ekiti, he's been reaching out to them. It looks like, I think we'll have the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Ekiti State join us on the show next week, Tuesday, God willing. So for Osun State next year, it's going to be a very dicey situation. Reason being that they've been led by the former governor of the state, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. So we're really looking to them about the caucus of the PDP in the state, and then we'll also talk about the consequences of symbol. Let's start with Edo State. APC chairman in the state had also been talking. The minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, was in Edo State yesterday to commission the new Edo Line project. I would also have a soundbite on his visit yesterday, where he also supported the statement that was credited to the governor of the state as regards the Labour Party presidential candidate. He's going to be my guest on the show today. He's joining us live from Benin City, and then we'll look at all of these issues. It's been a debate at the front burner in the last maybe 1 week or thereabout, since the governor made that particular interview on Obaseki on youth affairs. He's been here once. I think that was a build up to the election, and he said a lot of things as regards the individuals that are going to be on the ballot in the election. From the governor, now the governor, then he was the candidate of the ruling APC, and also to the PDP candidate, Answer Godalu. Remember, we read the statement, I think 2 weeks ago. It's a bumper session on the show today. Trust me, you're welcome. So let's start with the soundbite of the governor. The governor was addressing, his teaming supporters, and then maybe out of excitement, or out of genuine concerns for the security of the people of Edo State, he made this statement. Take a listen.
Has issued a stern warning to the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi not to undermine his authority as the chief security officer of the state. The warning came while the Gᴏ Sumbo reports.
In what seems to be described as a significant political congress, he was received in Uromi by Governor Modi Okpebholo, who used the occasion to address escalating political tension allegedly stirred by opposition elements. He made the reference to the recent visit of the Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, to Benin City, linking it to rise in political violence in the state.
The man was saying, "No gashishi." I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me. I am serious about it. He came the other day and donated 15 million. By the time he left, there was crisis. 3 people died in Benin. So for that reason, tell Obi he should not come to Edo without telling me.
Mr. Onombun, a former speaker of the Edo State Okpebholo's leadership style and political direction.
I am excited to be starting.
You heard the governor of the state where he sent a clear warning to the Labour Party presidential candidate in 2023. And it's gone super viral and everybody's talking about it. Pressure groups, NGOs, lawyers, everyone is writing petition. Even the ADC is also, talking about it, that if anything happens to Peter Obi, if he goes to Edo State, then the governor of the state should be held accountable. Now,
Even when they said I don't talk.
I don't like Peter Obi. I hate him. I have the right to like or hate. So I don't hide my feelings. I don't like Peter Obi. I still maintain it. I don't like him. And if I don't like somebody, I hate the person.
Okay, that's the second one. That's the APC chairman for Edo State. Well, I'm trying to build up this narrative so that we understand how we got to the major political party in 2019, the presidential card politics at play, or you think it's part of those conversations. Now, yesterday, I take a listen to what he said as well.
State, the long-anticipated unveiling of a new fleet of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Iirsᴛ Valentine Osumbo reports.
It was a significant milestone, Edo Line Buses Service. The commissioning, which took place in Benin City, was attended aimed at enhancing public transportation and restoring trust in government of presidential candidate Peter Obi. Mr. Wike described the comment as a timely reminder of the importance of mutual respect among political leaders in thriving democracy.
When Peter Obi was coming to logistics, vehicles for him to use, because at that level, as a profile presidential candidate, if he does not tell you and anything happens, the governor will be held responsible. And people should stop politicking when the truth.
When they said I don't talk, just one word, one sentence, everybody was crying. I simply said, it's an advice. Don't come to Edo without telling me. Do I need to read encyclopedias for people to understand what I'm saying?
No! Father, God the Son,
Stay ahead of the political discourse with midweek.
Hello, ni bag of rice isn't. Hello, la bag of rice tele. Bag of rice 20,000.
Join O꽌ᴏ Akínyẹ̀dé and his co-host Victor Achibong and our in-house analyst Fᴏʟʟᴏᴡ as they bring to you breaking news and analysis, exclusive interviews, engaging debate, public interaction, election coverage, and all political conversations. Straight 120 minutes of live, unfiltered, and unapologetic political conversations.
At some point, we must ask ourselves that what has caused us to be in this present state? Is it because Nigerians are not talking enough?
Every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 3.
Thank you very much. Well, Honorable Shedrack, I'm sure you're listening to the show of them because you're not just being a son of the soil, you're also a big, up on youth affairs. So I assume that you're familiar with everything that is going on in the state. Well, at the longer part of that conversation where the state chairman of the APC said he hate, well, is a strong word, must say Peter Obi, that when Peter Obi left, people were killed. What he said that what the governor said was it was when people were fighting for the 15 million naira donation that the FCT minister was in Edo State yesterday to commission the Edo line, and he supported the government, formed him ahead when he was coming to the state. But I mean, what do you make about?
Let me take it from different angles. First, you spoke about Jared Kenebe, the state chairman of the APC. You see, many of the leaders and the chieftains of the APC, if you know them well, you know that they lie better than Lagos runs girls. They lie without recompense to morality, without recompense to common sense. You saw the video where scholar building project that the school was undertaking. So when he said they now started sharing money, only God knows where they got that narrative from. And then he sharing money in their hand. I don't understand nothing of that nature happened. They were having series of killings in the state and they were court-related killings. There was nothing that had to do. 3 people died in Amagba, down GRO to ensure to justify the business of those claims. The Jared Kenebe is known for reckless statements and political thuggery. I say that with all sense of responsibility. The man speaks even before he thinks. So they keep it outside the state and they check. I've seen there are posters of many SSs videos where aid of Monday Okwebolo is checking is laughable. So all those statements is an attempt to threaten politicians in the opposition to go into the ID space to threaten the regular civilians out there. So one of the people said, I want to give President Tinubu, after the multiple ringing and manipulation of writing of votes, he still couldn't get above 300,000 votes. So when that man comes out the public domain, I said he repeatedly on national television, they want to give 2.5 million votes to Tinubu. That will show you that all this drama is an ample preparation for the massive hate that is to come in 2027. But be that it may, we saw when the public, I give it that sensitivity. You can only judge a man by his past actions, his competence, and you can say, okay, for what this man has done, this is personally what the man will be capable of doing. So there's no proof that this man will actually, who wrote WAEC at the age of 36. And he said woefully. Let's know the part that he said. For a man to live up to 36 years before he now writes WAEC, that should tell you the man, where have you worked? Everything was new. I mean, the man practically has been hibernating. He has been reckless signs. When the man, this is the first time in my life, I am seeing somebody praying about God that Mondo Pueblo cannot succeed in leading Edo State. Now, in Edo Central, that man is the only House of Rep member that People's Democratic Party succeeded in having out of the 9 House of Rep members in Edo State. What happened? Mondo Pueblo now launched a war against courtesan, went to revamp the anti-court law, which was fine. Then later that started using it as a tool to harm the opposition. I can tell you all the notable PDP members, they went to the house and started marking it for destruction, that they got information, that they don't want the court of a trial. Just by those, if there is no evidence to public domain, after much pressure, and the dubious has been working. It has been using results. Many of the people in the Democratic Party have now been denied. So it's on the basis of that, their intimidation tactics have always worked. And today they want to avenge. I don't want to blame me so much because of the body language and disposition exchange brows. Let alone person of Atiku. Before 12 days, I see that just been formed. Since the People's Democratic Party is not intimidate voters because of the election.
Listen to you. You say, the consequences of soft somebody got killed. It's a major problem. So when a sitting governor makes such an inciting statement, what does this say to you about security situation of the state as we speak? Well, he just got into power. He's not spent 2 years.
I'm just telling you what he has done so far.
Okay.
And he said he wanted to tackle insecurity. Before now, in first tenure of Godwin Obasanjo bought vehicles, bought armored tanks, bought bikes, bought Okada, bought all of those things to aid and to support the security infrastructure. Members of the vigilante, you know how to recruit members of the constabulary, you know how to build a strong security network that is rooted, that is grassroots, that people at least are armed with, members of the local community who are youth, who are everybody there, who could offer security, who understand local crime, can join the police in fighting crime and criminality. And he brought these people, he trained them, retrained, kitted them, gave them uniforms, gave them arms. It was during the wake of the election, this was the double election, that they went to report to patronized by this current government. And what happened? Tinubu gave an instruction that all of them, both the police, constabulary, vigilante, no one should partake unless officer came. So the insecurity now nosedive. It now went from bad to worse because even the infrastructure we had on ground, priority, people now brought on that for people to now superintend over their affairs. That was where he entered, and that was where we call that broken link. And the vigilante, he now took. So if you go to the police station and tell them, sir, we have problem with equity, they will tell you it's lack of manpower and lack of machine. That you share to civil defense, you share to vehicles usually end up as gifts. So those persons in the security of the state, we have reported that this thing does not work. And also see the effect or the impact of those vehicles. You want God to create a solid rapport between the governor and the head, because this vehicle, it is the guy that will say put 2 on the road, put 2 on my house, add 1. Because for the people who bought 60 vehicles and donated them to the police force, if I call police today, doesn't mean that they will bring vehicle and come out. No, they say that the government of the APC patrolled many of them, kicked many of them out of government, and collected revenue on behalf of the state government. We were not state actors collecting revenue to government accounts and not through a third party. That was how many of them were kicked out of job. Again, they are lost going and they oppose some of the people. Have you seen an hungry man play because someone that's not eating for money tonight? They have power to fight. People in government that we call that one, if those people to popular persons in the society. Secondly, if they take them to court, no, but people even get home. People have gone there to know you. When we had court clash in the state, I worked closely with the commissioner of police and I knew the difficulty we had. I committed crime and criminality. Beyond that, what were the issues? The challenge. But when the Pueblo came over, what did he do in fighting contest? Where was this CJ for 5 years? He deepened the punishment, which was good. They now said any house where they hold courtesan made those laws. After they made those laws, few months after, all the not made to fight courtesan, it was designed to fight the opposition. So the problem continued to evolve from bad to worse. Can the Pueblo not say does not have courtesan in his government? Can he not say does not know anybody as a courtesan? Has he started fighting them? No. It's just alleging, making business. Because from the Pueblo, All he needs to do now is to ensure that he delivers Tinubu at all costs. So that Tinubu, because Tinubu has delivered him, he needs to deliver Tinubu. So Tinubu him again.
Honorable Shedrack, now let's now come back to where this whole conversation started from, to be the security of welfare and the property of the people that voted into office, even the ones that did not vote into office. As long as these individuals, stay within the. What if? Let me play the devil's advocate here. He's not insinuating any attack on His Excellency Peter Obi. If you are coming into my state, definitely there will be influx of people. Hundreds of people will probably want to come to where you're coming to. So if you are coming into my state, inform me ahead. Let me provide adequate security for you. Let me make sure that you will be safe and there wouldn't be any breakdown of law and order.
I said it. Nobody will complain. Are we foolish in this country? That's because I'm asking you. It's not what the governor says. It's how the governor said it and where he said it. He was addressing supporters who were coming into the APC. He didn't say. He didn't call his chief press secretary to say issue a statement. Because we have seen all the stampede. Did you get any of those? When he stood on that podium, he was addressing, he wasn't telling you, he wasn't telling me. He was telling people not about it. He said security will never be guaranteed. He didn't say may not be guaranteed. He didn't say will not be. Here that Peter Obi comes, I would likely want to go and do some damages there to prove that my governor, the commissioner went to the commissioner of information, went to defend. I saw when the Jared television went to Jared television. If I was there, he would say those rubbish. Because people give so much latitude to politicians, and yet this is what brought us to where we are today. We need something that borders of crime and criminality and illegal debate and erroneous statements. We try to cloud it, working up. We're not just starting our consciousness to know that and people within his party should be bold enough to say, Your Excellency, that thing you said was wrong. But I tell you, there's nobody in the APC. It's sad.
I doubt it.
Let me explain to you. When I entered into government, I stood up and I spoke. They had to go and bring one document for me. It's called the Code of Conduct to give to the government. You can't say it in public. That was one. Let me explain to you. You know that was the first thing they learned. That dream or a goal. The goal might tell him. But ultimately what it tells me is what I will do. So I will have to drop my convictions for the government. Because I will go on air and destroy everything, scatter the whole table. Those are one of the things for a purposeful opposition. The need for a viral and functional opposition, because there are many things going. So when you now say what we are now in this country, we are now in a democracy as led by President Muhammad, President Bola, that possibly in 2027 we wake up to discover that he is not voice in the system. And you are saying, so the challenge is this: it's not whether what Shedrack will say. So they beg me to come. This guy does I look like a one that's politically sound? Does I look like a material? But I said no. Let me remain here in place back. Want to identify
for time. I will need to bring on Barrister Curtis Adigba to take us to Osun State. So thank you. Well, I'm Senate. 4 new members of the APC on the floor of the Senate were Democratic Party. And to the All Progressive, Senator Samson Ekong Akpan from Akwa Ibom South, Osun Central. All of these 4 senators have moved from your party to further increase between 77 and 79 senators out of the 109 senators that we have.
No, my party going forward, maybe because I've not released my... let me go. Who comes into APC or sort of running? I'm an APC. I'm a to the Supreme Court. The victory was given to APC. That's what I mean. PDP. So we go to APC. It is the shrewdness, the desperation convinced that there are few Nigerians who have now distinguished themselves, that are now saying that yes, we will leave the APC and we will lead a one-man riot against Tinubu and the establishment. We see people like Atiku Abubakar. I choose to celebrate them for having the courage to stand out, to fight. They choose to stand with the people to say no. Let it not be in the issue that it was in our time that we woke up one day, and that's why we are responding. Ordinarily, we should have been talking about 2027 that no matter how bad our situation is, it can be made worse. The man removed it and ensure that the people see what hunger and poverty in its rawest form. He began to borrow stupendously. As though Nigeria do not remember, have short memory, I cannot remember. No, there's not doing well. We don't have option. So all of these things are necessitated our reaction. We have tested. See, I believe in the issue of change.
You change the person.
The next thing is to change.
True.
It is not whether it is not or sad, because there's nothing you are getting. Mr. Pᴏ, I mean, you're not getting anything today because Tinubu is a Yoruba man. Because Yemi Osinbajo was a Christian. All of this issue of ethnicity and religion is just used to play the people out in the political circles. It does not help the local man. It does not help the commoner. You that have your small business in your Joshua, you have no bearing. Honestly, where did you get it to
thank you very much. I will keep in touch with you, Honorable Shedrack Kudubai. It's talking about the aftermath of the statements by the governor of the state in respect to Honorable Shedrack for finding time to join us on the show today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Stay ahead of the political discourse with Midweek Politics, your go-to program for in-depth discussions and critical insight into Nigerians' government.
We are hustle. There is no anything to eat. Hello, ni bag of rice is in. Hello, la bag of rice tele. Bag of rice 20,000.
Join O꽍ᴜᴜ Akínyòdé and his co-host Victor Achibong and our in-house analyst Fᴏʟʟᴏᴡ as they bring to you breaking news and analysis, exclusive interviews, engaging debate, public interactions.
At some point, we must ask ourselves that what has caused us to be in this present
Lagos.
A lot had been said, and I've been tempted to have this conversation since Monday, especially to just discuss, to wait a bit and gather all of the details I needed. And so you heard the government when he went to commission the 66 buses pulled out in the first phase of the rollout for Edo Transport, Edo Line Super Hard, for obvious reasons. The insecurity in the states had not gotten any better. If you feel the welfare of your people, then a lot of things you may have the finance infrastructure. If people don't feel safe to be on this show. Barrister Curtis, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us on Midweek Politics.
Good afternoon.
First off, let me thank you for having to still squeeze out time despite where you are joining us on the show. What is your take, briefly, before we take a short trip to Osun, what is your take about the statement of the governor, warning the Labour Party presidential candidate not to come, supported what the governor said, that, hey, don't...
I had hoped that the governor of Edo State, whom I consider, people just squeezed him in there to do their bidding. But I'm hugely disappointed that it's not grown up. But it's an aspiration that we hope that they will grow into as they go to them. That governor took an oath before he was sworn in as governor. He took an oath to uphold and to protect. Section 41 gives all the citizens of this country the right to move about freely, so long as, unfortunately, informing a state governor, these are people who don't know the purpose of power. Imagine for a moment of his party. You cannot come to Abuja unless you inform me evidence that Obi is a security threat.
Sure.
Other than the fact that Obi is a threat, 2.5 million votes. Well, this guy merely squeezed 290. All the candidates couldn't even put together 1 million votes. But he was promising 2.5 million votes. And the problem is that these guys did not fight the fight, are nowhere to be seen. So they don't understand what we have gone through. That's one. The second point is that these guys do not understand that the reason why we prefer democracy to authoritarianism or authoritarian government in this country.
And the civilian.
Now, we prefer democracy because even if you are building a rail line, even if you are building the sun as a house in Nigeria, and you take the rights of citizens away, that's not democracy. And let me give a simple law. And the Constitution is number one when you talk about the rule of law. Number two, you must have free elections, in other words, of the rights of individuals. If these things are not there, there is no democracy. You have a civil government, you have elections that are not even representing the wills of the people, but you don't have democracy. And so, for a governor who swore to an oath to protect that constitution,
to so violently violate that constitution. They are mansplaining, sending people to come and say, Obi's presence last time in the state led to the death of people. Why have they not asked themselves why the man has become so popular? It's because they are wasteful. They have the resources of the state at their disposal, and yet they cannot go anywhere without paying people to be present for them. If Obi can go into Edo and become the celebrity or a star, in Okebelo's position, I will ask myself, but they don't think that way. They just think that they occupy these positions for themselves. So let them keep going about and embarrassing them. In Abuja today, let's say, belongs to ADC, right? And that president says Okebelo cannot come to Abuja. We will fight the when the best man is facing in the Edo state. Why it should be a big problem? And it didn't have a job to do. The governor has got to.
Well, I mean, sometimes I ask, and I'm sure in provisions of the constitutions, maybe a lot of Nigerians even know the.
They don't read, but they read the sections that are. There are no of political, but you hear Americans say to you, looking for them. But what they have done to fill those gaps is that they hold their leaders accountable, they enforce their laws, and then morally, they put you under pressure to quit when you have committed a crime and you don't want to quit. But the country is running much better than Nigeria. Israel does not have a written constitution. Now, you will be told that the 19th has not been able to amend it. That's number one. Number two, all the amendments we have done so far, doctrine of necessity, let's put that in the constitution. There are more important issues of the structures and others of the constitution. Nobody wants to go there. We're not talking about state police. This constitution was not given to us by aliens. And they made that constitution. Do you understand? So, if it may not be perfect, but do you know what? Can you show me anywhere in that constitution where the president or a state governor constitution that says how come they are able to take care of them? It's not there expressly in the constitution. That governors cannot accounting for. So these are marauders, invaders of our governors using trains to move around.
And they are not even.
And who are here fighting on independence of local governments? You will not even know that in the United Kingdom, you don't have states. You only have the federal government, and look, it's because we are rating them on the curve. There is no governor that is doing well in the country, given the resources at their disposal. No governor. Look at Lagos. Lagos is richer than Rwanda. Rwanda is a state. Rwanda is bigger than Lagos. Rwanda has got. So these people, they should stop with attractive nonsense.
Thank you, Barrister Curtis. And now let's make a short trip to Osun State. There's been an unending political drama, twist, subplot, a whole lot took a different dimension when the local government election was conducted. Few days after the court gave a judgment, we also had local government chairman in APC. But in the last few months, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, the former governor of the state and becoming the secretary of the party at the national, just rumors that Governor Adeleke was on his way to the APC. Well, a lot has changed between that. Governor said he's going to remain in the PDP because the PDP is the party to beat and they gave him a mandate. However, senators from Osun State also decamped from the PDP and then they moved to the APC. A lot of things will most likely happen in Osun in 2026 because of the governorship election in the state. But how do you weigh some of those political or the politicking going on in Osun State at the moment?
You have a governor who is waxing very confidently about his chances in PDP, but on the ground, he's working to join the APC. And the reason why he has not done so, of course, the APC, because the APC believes that given what is happening in the northern part of the country right now, that the president will be better served and pick some states in the north-central part of the country. Do you understand?
I'm with you.
So he's been under assault And if you notice the last time the president, because they went discussing about him moving to the party, what has happened and what has kept him back from moving to the party is the fact that you have very strong personalities, individuals, come to their party and then be made the leader of the party. So that's the problem. If you listen to Mɪᴅ, now when you see PDP senators moving to APC, right? They are not moving on their own volition ahead so that they can prepare an excuse base, and they are urging me to move
to join them.
So it's a matter of days. The governor is going to move, but his movement may create political matter of the press because of 2027 PDP. The governor said, "Look, I know I can win within the APC. Within the PDP, but I don't want to take the risk of winning an election."
And then the court.
So that itself is a clever excuse. But I think right now, Governor Adeleke, to the leaders
of the APC in Osun State.
Yes, as their leader, without some concession. So the coming days are interesting, but I think he's on his way to the APC.
Okay, certain projections. I said it in my monologue before I joined. I brought you up on the show. I said in 2020, to either change the status quo or consolidate on whatever it is that the people of Osun felt the governor, that's Governor Adele in the state. Now, this is what I mean. There is the ADC conversation now, which is Aregbesola. Whether people love to hate him or you hate to love him, he's got a couple of people that are loyal to him. And in the last few weeks, he's been gathering people. Perhaps they also still want to get back and see how much they can get from that state in terms of maybe going back to office. Now, or should I go to really not progressive Congress? And again, to where Godwin Obaseki was running an election, and 3 of the Senate. The other one is from the Labour Party that has also decamped to the All Progressive Congress right now. So it looks like the same card could play out in Osun State. Where do you think the
governor's problem is even worsened by the emergence of ADC and Aregbesola, because he's also not in good terms with Aregbesola. So he cannot even use his structure with that of the ADC. The second factor is the fact that the Minister of Blue Economy, Gᴏᴜ, is also interested in running or being the governor of the state. He's fought for that all his life. And then you also have Ajibola Bashiru. Ajibola Bashiru, who is the National Secretary of APC, can be persuaded easily by the president. Because if Adeleke abandons the PDP ticket and goes to the APC, right, what will happen is that there are people within the PDP in the state that will not move with him to the APC. They probably will fall into the
ADC.
What you are going to see will be, because the PDP, of course, is a winning ship right now. A lot of people are dumping the party for Wike. Wike is pretending about being able to come as presidential and vice presidential candidates, and then get them to drop out of the race shortly before the election to say the PDP supports the president. To stay in my party, I think we have enough structure, we are robust enough to defeat anybody. Now, this is what we call the hybrid in River State. Fubara and the leaders of thoughts of PDP in River State also expressed their support for the president. And for you to understand, the institutions of state that conduct election, I don't know if you get the point.
I'm with you, Barrister Curtis.
It is the fear of the president putting his thumb on the scale against the president, but we belong to another party.
Okay.
So that's basically what is going to happen in Osun. However, if the governor does not move in Osun, and that may just maybe throw the advantage to the governor because of the power of incumbency.
Thank you, Barrister Curtis. I mean, I just said I won't take much of your time and I need to keep to my words. But in a minute, whatever happens in Osun State next year, how bad was that of, my earlier guest before you joined in is a member of the PDP, but he actually alluded on radio that his party is gone, buried, and rotting. I mean, more importantly, that he had decided to still remain in the PDP. Earlier today, all the senators, National Assembly members in Osun State are now APC. How much of a further damage has this done to whatever is left of the PDP? Let's wrap it up from there, Barrister Curtis. So I'll let you go.
We don't play moral politics in Nigeria, do we?
We don't.
We don't by labels. You know, I believe that opposition, right, is a critical ingredient in a democracy. But you see, opposition is critical ingredient. For me to see, this is a version. And how, two, what are the ideas and ideals? And three, what is the different track that will lead to that the current government does not have? If you can show me these three things, I will say you have a viable opposition. And that is where you play politics of, talk about the Democrats. You are talking of pro-choice. If you are a Republican, you are pro-life and not pro-choice. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Barrister.
So there are clear differences. But in Nigeria, where are the differences in the ideas and the ideals of our politics and politicians? And I'm explaining this so that you know that whatever they have done, you know, so nobody is sitting down and trying to teach you or trying to explain to you that the reason why I think better than because we have different ideas. No, all they are telling you is that what kind of change? We did not ask them. We just say we are coming to change. Okay? It got so bad that at some point when Nigerians were asking questions, the former president promised you. He said, I didn't promise you anything. So I don't think it's critical or that it's going to work against Adeleke for saying I'm in PDP but I'm supporting the president. Neither will he demoralize the party in Osun State.
Thank you, Barrister Curtis. I have to let you go. Thank you so much for finding time. It looks like a very interesting game. The smarter you are with exploit the lacuna in the constitution. That's why they said it's a flexible constitution. That means it's open to amendment. That's why your lawyers can somebody that lost in the primaries of an election eventually being sworn in as the governor because of some Imo states became a governor. He was not even on the ballot. It was late Prince out on the Saturday of the election, even before the result was announced. Adeleke went to court and said, hey, I was on the joint ticket. I should be declared winner owns the vote. And we've seen people that have become, in quote, accidental governors. So we've seen people get into political offices on different level political offices, in case you know instances like that. But when you look at it from the outside, it becomes super confusing for another former governor that I cannot guarantee your safety if you come to my state. In a country that allows freedom of movement, in a about. But wait, well, let me allow you to join the conversation. 0913-600-04. Don't forget to also join us in the Situation Room every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Down to you. Today on the show, I've hosted two guests. At the first, I was the SSA, of course. We talked about the issues in Edo State and how the statement of the governor is being interpreted by everyone. Of course, we took a short trip to Osun State as well, where we looked at the recent development in terms of the leadership in Osun State. 0410, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Here from
Mr. Olakunle, you're welcome.
He's a formidable candidate any day, anytime. And I don't see him going against the ruling party and not winning. So the question really is, anywhere Adeleke goes, he's most likely he would always want to be on the side of the president, whoever the president is. So his safest bet will always be with the APC, considering that either the PDP has challenges or not. But if the PDP can sort theirs, he probably will be able to stay there and win. But everybody along the Southwest would always say, since there are so many big wigs in APC who don't want him, probably he might have to contest. But I just believe that for 2026, nobody will be able to defeat him.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and God bless.
And God bless you too. 0913-600-0410. Let's have a conversation. Is that Mr. Samuel?
Yes.
Okay.
So, hello?
I'm listening to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's clearer now. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for picking it this afternoon. I don't know if they are chief security of their state, Abi. You understand?
I'm with you.
Because it sounds so funny for me, because oftentimes when we talk about the issue of insecurity, what we normally hear is that the governor is telling us now that he is the one that is guaranteeing the security and safety of everybody coming to Edo State, Abi, and those kidnappers that are kidnapping people.
What are you doing as the CSO?
Okay. At that time, he is not the chief security. At that time, he cannot guarantee security. It's so funny that we have the caliber of people like this as leaders that are leading millions of people. And I don't know who is going to bail us. I think the question I'm asking, how did this kind of person come to power to win an election as a governor of a state? You can imagine even a primary school child will not even make that kind of statement. And you stand in the podium and people are clapping for him. Oh, it's a pity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. I mean, that's enough for us to sit down and, just think about it. The choice of leaders that we have in this country, or perhaps you can't even blame them. Maybe it's the quality of work in this country. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. Why Adeleke is panicking? You should not be panicked. You should just do what Osun would like. I travel to Osun State a lot. You know that if you go there, you know that they love him. They love the man. So you should not be panicking, run up and down. If I come, I will complete what I promise you. Finish. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Desmond. We'll also read some of the messages you sent, but let's pick more calls. 0913-600-04 messages. Hello, good afternoon. Ambassador Musba.
How are you?
This one you laugh into the show today.
You know I'm laughing now.
I don't know. You're welcome. Let's talk.
Yeah, you mentioned two governors, Imo and Kogi. At the baba of them more, you don't mention it. Anambra, where a sitting governor was adopted. A sitting governor, Chrisingige, was kidnapped and took to the Okija shrine. How about that, my opinion? The president at the end of the year in 1999 were not Democrats. Why do we have staggered election? Let's ask ourselves, how many states between me and you? Tell me the margin Adeleke used to beat Oyetola. It's not to 40,000, no. It's not to. Because the Arebeshola who makes such a comment. That's why his protester is one that caused many things in Osun State. Now, if Adeleke go back to me, so if General Arebe took himself out of it now, they know that it's between.
Well, tell me the
margin they used to beat Oyetola. You can't tell me if all the PC, all the Osun State are for.
Thank you. Every single vote, every calculation, grab it. Hello, Mr. Gaga Joshua. You're welcome.
Yeah, Prof. Doctor. What happened to your head that you are rubbing it? Have you forgotten that you are alive?
Mr. Gege.
You people who don't is scared. Is it that he's scared or no? See how President Tinubu is taking the big name, David Bank. The 3 senators. They are moving to the opposition party.
They've all moved.
You understand me? This particular the same day. Yes, the same day. So you have to now is I think Adeleke need to be humble. You see. take all your structures. I'm not tampering with any of your structure, but you let me come here.
Jonathan, where he announced that governors of the states should take over the leadership structures of those PDP states. So how do you explain it? That the governor comes in as PDP and APC lost their lives. Members, possible for a governor to come into a party and he won't be the leader of the party. It's not possible.
He knows how to negotiate his way to make sure that he gets the best results for him. For favor.
True.
You understand me? You see people visiting President Tinubu, maybe visiting, they do consultation and the way they tell you, please, I would like to be okay. He will negotiate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very clear. They said in politics, there are no permanent friends. It's just permanent interest and alignment generally. Let me quickly read some of the messages that we have here. This is Sam from Egbeda, and he says, Governor Monday Okpebholo's statement is very funny to me. What kind of optics would his reflex on the business and investment point of view for the statement talk political, tribal, and religious sentiment? Thank you. That's Sam from Egbeda. Thank you for texting. Unfortunate and sad seeing political class compelling Nigerian into a one-party state. Maybe Adeleke should align with Ogbeni Raouf Aregbesola in the ADC and sort things out with him. As for the from Igondo, Barrister Peter Oku, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, my dear brother.
Good to have you, John.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. Trust you as well.
Okay, God bless you. I was listening to your program with the other. You know, the problem we have in this country is that we aligned ourselves. You know, when somebody lies to you, is pardonable if you buy that lie. But when my honest opinion about the situation in Nigeria today is that we have to the graveyard together, because that is where Nigeria is coalition thing they are doing is not going to be concerned about themselves, looting our Tinubu government to finish 2 years and we restructure this country. Senate just approved 21.
Thank you.
New borrowing.
Thank
we
you,
must stand up and say no to all this rubbish.
Thank you, Barrister Peter Oku. All of the analysis from your guest is the inability to perform our electoral acts and to reform our. Are we not captured when people, which happen to be the definition of democracy, has no say? That's James from Agbado Junction. Thank you. Lengthy one. Okay, this is Prince, Dr. Prince from Ojo Alaba, and it says the coalition must work for Nigeria to move forward. Peter Obi and Atiku should always work together.
Hello, good afternoon, Okpa.
You're welcome.
My name is Lucky Ohomayanakbaja.
Thank you, Mr. Lucky.
The truth of the matter, what I'm trying to say, the truth of the matter is that this about if you win the election, finish. Not be next year we will do election. Why don't we? We finish. I think it will come back to where it is.
Bad information. Okay, this is a lengthy. Okay, for the APC state chairman to have said that in open with such bold permanent interest, this has gone beyond politics. And I know that even the president, who is a core politician, would not use such words or say you played. You would see inconsistencies and contradictions from the Obi because Obi called him. My question to Wike is, what Obi? But in Edo, he only went to a private visit to a school, which is why Wike is being mischievous and intentionally comparing the same event. Please, what is the correlation between commissioning a transport company from Oshodi? Okay. It's unfortunate that they're having this type of politicians like Monday Okpebholo as governor, who thinks he has the power to guarantee security of people's lives. Is Monday Okpebholo God? If he has the power to secure the people, why can't he stop the killings going on in Edo State daily? Got to the forward can see that Monday Shogunle.
I hope you enjoy your leave.
Well, I wish I did.
Monday I don't understand. If they can guarantee the security of the people of the state, why is taking a partner? And I said that statement is very derogatory, and it's supposed to apologize, publicly for that. On coalition party, we need them. I don't come that coalition party. We just need them. I beg. We have not developed. We have not been mature enough to run it. Yeah, the Senate president and the others in there. They should be civil with their statement and think of. The thing is, they shouldn't behave in that way. Nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law.
They should maintain that standard and allow.
And in the conversation, Larry from Ilaro said it's quite unfortunate that we celebrate Hipokno Obaseki to Adams Oshiomhole. Okay, back to the phone lines.
Hello.
Mr. Charles.
Good day, good afternoon.
Beautiful afternoon to you. How is the day going?
Then after the election, he didn't win the election with senators. PDP states that won 100%, 100%.
Pick a couple of more apologies. Thank God I picked it now.
Because of that, we pretend the law. But let me tell what's there. When we are ready, we will take back our country. Nigerians are not safe with. We're not safe with. Let me tell what's there. If there is a free and fair election, a man that works will be. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So, you people know that I don't like. But if I meet you at the airport, I would that this is my first time of agreeing with you. The presidential took that news. Anything can happen to me. You know, people stampede by up. When you come, all I know that that message is just that he didn't say it well. They talk, they say, I leave it to Nigeria, I go bring my scooter. Is that what I said? It's me they will call. First time I will agree with a yes and we say, what is that, my friend? I don't know him. He's not coming when you demand it. People are happy for you. Did the same thing in there.
Madam Ifi, thank you very much. Well, these are strictly on sentiment, laced with ethical coloring.
Last caller.
Please, why?
Anywhere you go, we must follow you, whether you like it or not. Hey, I say it go better for you. PP and the APC, they should just mellow down. The governor, from not to be done by the governor, the La Ora road is there. I don't want you to forget that road. Because when we talk of governor for State today, in my own area, we can't forget to the man he got something fantastic when he was governor to be governor. And as one man they call the Ambo, he wanted to be governor. So those people they won't allow him to come. But when you call that be Uᴅᴜᴜ, but what we call the winner, so they should be careful. It is not making trouble in my city.
Thank you. Join the conversation. I'll wrap it up now. The politics. Next up is the vibes. It's a Wednesday edition. It's a request Wednesday. So just listen, send your songs in, and then have a good time. By 4 p.m., Sage Babalola would all. By the way, by 5:30, there's the Mainland FM Global News, and by 6 o'clock, Agbatoma and I will come back here to take you through the world of sport. Big one for Morocco, the host nation yesterday. But it's going to be Nigeria and the Atlas Lions of Morocco squaring out on final ticket against Italy. So they played the winner for joining me on the show, and thank you, Honorable Shedra Kudubai from Edo State, for also joining me on the show. Stick around and keep your dialogue only on Mina 98.3 FM.
Fantastic conversations.
Great to see you again. It's good weather. You want to agree with that?
Yeah.